Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of What's Wrong with Wrestling. I'm Andrew Pisano, along with my brother Joe Pisano. What are you doing? Another headband?
What?
Another headband?
Another one?
Yeah.
What was the first
Well, you're
one?
always wearing something on your head lately.
Yeah, I got a lot of hair.
Yes, I see that.
There's a lot of hair going on here, so I want to keep it up like when we play sports. And, I'm growing my hair out because now I'm in the hair business.
Oh boy.
Opening June 29th. Tune up Richmond on Instagram.
Yeah.
If you're in the Houston area. I needed something to keep out of my face, and I'm always wearing hats. Aren't you like over? You're not a big hat wearer.
No.
But you keep your hair pretty short, like I usually do. So
Yeah.
A little water, problem solved.
Right.
But when we play sports, a lot of times it seeps in our eyes.
It does. And it burns.
This isn't too bad. This is the only thing that they didn't have that wasn't one of those cotton Nike.
Do you sweat a lot in here?
No, this was just because I tried it on.
Right.
I just bought it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay, we got to do podcasts. Should I get a hat? I was like, you know what? I'm going to rock what is it called? Do-rag? I don't even know what this is.
Oh, it's a do-rag?
Head rag?
So it can cover your whole head?
It can. It can
Okay,
cover
so
like
I didn't know.
From here to here. You can peel it over like that. It's interesting.
So you could rob a
versatile.
bank with it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let me know how that goes.
Yeah. Will do.
What is Mission?
Oh, it's just a brand.
Yeah.
Also, I'm on a mission to keep my hair out of my face.
Where did you get it?
Academy.
I think they're building the Academy by me. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I think that's
everything's breaking ground.
I think that's the Academy.
LA Fitness, Academy, Studio Movie Grill. They're all like kind of breaking ground. The
Yeah.
Jersey Mike's, I think, is about to be open.
Right.
That's pretty awesome.
Sure,
what
that's
an amazing
interesting
complex that's going to be.
Right. You guys should see it. Really.
Speaking of amazing complexes, in that amazing complex, tune up the Manly Salon, opening in 2 weeks, June 29th. Come on out, mention the podcast, and I'll give you, I don't know, a free haircut, whatever you want. If you come in the store and mention this podcast, I'll hook you up.
Yeah.
Just say that. But it'll be fun times. So free beer.
Fly to Houston, wherever you're from.
Free beer. Literally. It's not even a joke. That's the gimmick. We give you free beer so you get your haircut there.
Nice.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
All right.
All right.
Very good.
So NXT, man.
Oh, is this what we're talking about? Is this what the show is?
Hey, this is the random show. Okay? Random show, where anything goes. I wore a Star Wars shirt today.
That's not okay.
Why not? It's the old ones. The original gangsters.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no Jar Jar Binks or young Anakin.
The last couple sucked balls.
Well, Disney.
Disney.
Although they can do Marvel pretty well.
Yeah.
Star Wars, not so much.
Not so much. I mean, I liked Rogue One, but the last two, The Last Jedi and The Force Awakens, I did not like at all.
The last one was awful.
Terrible. I mean, the last one might have been worse than any of the prequels.
I'll be shocked if the new one coming out in December does like amazing like all the new ones have been doing. I'd be shocked.
They will.
I don't know.
Because little kids love it.
But I bet it's the worst out of all of them.
Maybe. Yeah.
No, because they're fucking it up too much.
Yeah.
Oh, the Emperor's alive in the trailer? What the F does that mean?
There's no new ideas going on.
So we've been watching these pitch meetings, and if you haven't watched them yet, just Google or just go on YouTube.
I think it's Screen Rant.
Screen Rant does these pitch meetings.
Yeah.
And they're unbelievable. And they do one for...
They do it for everyone.
what was the last one? The Last Jedi? Was the last one?
Yeah.
And they're like, and then we reveal this big thing about Rey's parents, and then it's nothing. It's no one.
Right.
What do you mean? We've been setting this up for 2 movies. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and go with no one.
Yeah. And then, of course, in the next one, they've basically spoiled it with the title, that she is a Skywalker.
Why? Because it says...
It's called The Rise of Skywalker. She's the only Skywalker left.
Well, there's really no Skywalkers left.
It's her.
Maybe it's his image.
No.
Ghost Skywalker.
Maybe he'll be a ghost, but,
I think she's going to be Darth Vader's love child.
What?
I don't know. So...
She's the Emperor's child. Yeah. Anyway.
Math work on that? Anyone? No?
Well,
no,
the
it
Darth
doesn't.
Vader.
Yes, it
that
does.
doesn't work.
There's no math in Star Wars. Okay, there's
At least
no
the
math.
Emperor's still alive.
There's no math. Right. Darth Maul shows up in Solo at the end in like a bonus scene, and you're like, wait a minute, the math doesn't work here.
See, that would have been cool.
The math doesn't work here.
I remember when I saw that one fan theory that Snoke was Darth Maul, and I was like, all right, that's kind of cool. And then they just kill off Snoke.
Like it's nothing.
And like they kill him off before we even know who he is. Well, like, who is this guy? And then they kill him off. You're like, oh, okay, he's not important.
Yeah.
Really stupid. Really stupid movies.
Again, in Return of the Jedi, they blow up the entire Empire. The entire thing on Death Star 2.
Yeah.
And yet, the New Order is all stormtroopers again. No, we're still really wealthy.
Well, and they're not even clones anymore. They've recruited
anybody.
people.
Right.
It's like, hey, haven't you heard about this evil organization? Haven't you heard the stories?
Finn was born into it, he said. Remember, he's never had a name. He was just a number.
Whatever. All right, so this week's episode of NXT.
And this is a good episode, and we're talking about other stuff.
Yeah. It was taped at a house show.
Right.
At a small community college basketball arena in Bel Air, Maryland. This episode was filmed May 18th, 2 weeks before TakeOver 25.
Oh, is that right?
Yes. And I know this because one of our patrons, Chris Campitelli, DM'd me this info like a couple weeks ago before. He was like, hey, I was at the show, and he mentioned all these matches and how it like they were taping them and everything. So
That's a long time ago.
yeah.
It's a month ago to air now.
Right.
Yeah.
And 2 weeks before TakeOver, so they had to pretend like, nothing happened.
I've been very good about not getting spoiled on NXT stuff on Instagram.
Yeah.
I got super spoiled on the next, 5 NXT shows.
They're done recording.
For the year.
No.
Oh, okay.
They finished recording for the whole summer leading up to TakeOver Toronto. They've finished all the tapings.
Why do they do that?
Because now they're going on tour.
Did you see any of the
Like they're
spoilers?
going to the UK? Yes.
You do, yeah.
Yeah,
just
like
me.
almost all of them.
But I've almost always avoided these, so I'm surprised. But they look pretty cool.
I started...
Some of them you're like, oh, shit.
No, yeah, they are.
Cool.
I just wish I,
Yeah.
could have seen it
Yep.
on the show first, but I started muting like any Twitter accounts because that's where it gets spoiled for me.
On Twitter?
Yeah, I just started muting any Twitter accounts that reveals NXT spoilers, so hopefully it doesn't happen in the future.
I was just going really fast on Instagram, almost like a Tinder speed, and then I just got to it, and I was like, what? And then I was intrigued, like, fuck it. I just kept swiping it. And I was
Right.
like, oh, wow. Oh, my God. Oh, that's cool.
Some of the things are, really cool.
Yep.
So, first off, we have Candice LeRae and Io Shirai versus Marina Shafir and Jessamine Duke, with Shayna Baszler watching on the ramp, which is interesting. She came out with the title, right?
Yeah.
So, okay. So, the fact that it was taped before TakeOver,
Right.
like, oh, okay. So she's, like, I guess if the crowd there knew that this was being taped and it was going to air after TakeOver, then they already
I
knew.
don't think they connected the dots like that.
That it
think?
was going to, well,
That it would air after.
well, if you're there like Chris was,
Why couldn't this have aired?
it looked
a
like they
week
were
before?
taping it.
Yeah, but you don't know when it's going to air. Could've
Right,
aired 2
but I'm
weeks
saying,
before.
like, if and then he watches TakeOver and he's like, wait, that episode hasn't aired yet.
At that
Baszler had
point,
the
they
title.
would figure it out.
Yeah.
The people that are there, yeah.
Right. But everyone knew Baszler was winning anyway.
Pretty much.
So Shirai did Baszler stomp on the arm thing to Jessamine Duke while Baszler looked on in horror.
In horror.
Yeah.
She's like, oh.
Oh, is that what I've been doing?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a monster.
I mean, she was like, oh, no.
Yeah.
Ouch.
And then Shirai set up for a moonsault on Duke, but Baszler pulled her friend out of the ring, so Shirai moonsaulted on Baszler outside of the ring instead.
And where they screamed something that they said 11 times during the match.
What's that?
The genius in the sky.
Oh.
That's what they called Io Shirai.
Yeah.
The genius in the sky. They kept saying it every time she was just like, if she would just jump up and down excited. Oh, there she goes. The genius in the sky. The genius in the, what does that even mean? First of all, one of the coolest names is the Cerebral Assassin.
Yeah.
One of the coolest names.
Right.
But he goes after your mind better than anybody, right?
Right.
Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Like he can psych you out of stuff.
Uh-huh.
So he actually uses his mind to assassinate you. She's a genius in the sky.
Yeah.
So as she's in the sky, she's calculating how she's going to beat you? Or does she like verbally? Nope, we can't understand her. I don't get the genius in the sky. Explain it to me now.
What you're asking me? It's probably a bad Japanese translation. That's what it is.
Maybe.
They translated a word wrong, and they were like, it's genius. I think it's genius.
Right.
And, they didn't even bother to ask.
Like to them, it's like the Sky Ninja.
Yeah.
And to us, it's genius in the sky.
Yeah. That's probably it.
That was bothering me. And then they said it 11 times. I'm like, no.
You mean Ronaldo said it 11 times?
Each one of them said it at least once.
Yeah.
Nigel said it.
Right.
Every time she jumped or did anything. Oh, it was annoying.
Which
Surprised you didn't notice it because it was, to me, so repetitive.
I try to tune them out as much as I can.
I'm sure.
And that's funny because
Ronaldo was awful this show. It was worse than ever.
Well, that'll tell you one thing.
Yeah.
Because they weren't at this house show, which means they, they post-recorded their voices. Yeah, they weren't there. They don't
But I
go
mean,
to the
if you
house
said
shows.
that everyone knows they're recording it, then
Well, because they saw camera crews and everything. That's what yeah. But no, they don't go to the house shows and set up an announce table. You can see the whole thing and they're not there.
Oh, wow.
So it turns out
they're
Ronaldo,
in a booth.
when he has time to prepare, it's the worst.
Oh my God! But he flubbed a
They're
line.
doing ADR.
He flubbed a line
He did?
that I want you to play later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what?
That's weird.
Maybe they just keep it that. Oh, you know what? We need to trick the fans into thinking we're there. That's
Yeah.
good. Leave mistakes in.
Yeah, maybe he did it on purpose.
Not him, but the editors are like, nah, leave it in. We want to fool them. I can see Vince doing that. These fans are dumb. We need to fool them.
Oh, Vince doesn't even know who the NXT champion is. he probably couldn't name 5 NXT stars. Well, Adam Cole, he's Velveteen Dream, he's sexy.
I guess that makes sense. I mean, because WWE's product, Raw and SmackDown, are so bad. There's no way he has anything to do with NXT.
Yeah, no, he doesn't. And Road Dogg went to NXT to get as far away from Vince as possible.
Well, yeah.
So anyways, yeah, Shirai moonsaulted on Baszler. Candice LeRae suicide dived onto Shafir and Duke, and Shirai threw Baszler into the steel steps, and then the bell rang.
Yeah.
The match was called off.
And then?
I don't know why.
And they even said, we're going to wait to see what happened. We're still waiting.
We're still waiting.
We're still waiting. For
Well, yeah, McGinnis said, we're waiting on an official announcement that we never get.
Still waiting.
Yeah.
And we're waiting.
Right. They never announce, whenever it's a disqualification, they never announce anything. It's very rare that they'll ever make an announcement anymore.
Disqualification where they didn't know how to end the match,
Yeah.
they just end the match.
Right.
Like, okay, yeah, now, okay, ring the bell. Okay.
Like they did it with Sullivan and the Lucha House Party just to announce Sullivan, just to give him a victory, just so everyone knows he wasn't disqualified. But other than that, whenever there's a DQ, you're just supposed to know what happens.
Yeah.
Which I guess is obvious, but the match was called off. I don't know why. Whatever. Who even knows if a bell actually rang in the arena?
Yeah. Right.
But Candice, Duke, and Shafir were separated by a ref and 2 random guys in jeans.
Yeah.
They weren't even trainers. They were
Weird.
just some random guys in jeans.
Right.
Which,
like Ring of Honor shirts. I don't know where they found these guys.
Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
It was weird because, we've seen the badass girls beat up trainers and refs before, but now some random guys in jeans can hold them back.
Subdued.
Yeah. And then Shirai and Baszler brawled all the way to the back. And at one point, Shirai had her legs wrapped around Baszler. Almost I'm going to jump on you and make out with you. But she did that and then she was punching her.
Right.
But it looked good. I mean, it looked hot. I don't know about good, but
That's hot.
yeah. I mean, as long as you don't see Baszler's face.
Sure. Really, from behind, it looked like Io Shirai was doing it to a handsome young man.
A handsome young man?
Great lats. Well, from behind.
Yeah, sure.
Good hair.
Right.
Good delts.
Good.
Good tries.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. So next up, we have Kushida versus Drew Gulak in a submission match. Kushida did some flippy stuff early on, which to me it doesn't make sense if it's a submission match. Why are you doing all this flippy stuff?
Well, I thought
trying
they'd
to
go for a
submit the
pin
guy.
or something and show how retarded he is, but they didn't. I thought they were trying to say how
You know
retarded-
what? He probably did, and they edited it out.
What I don't understand is this This would have been a great place for Gulak to get a win. Like, why are they protecting Kushida?
No. Well, they're not going to let Kushida tap, but like it may.
Why? Who the fuck is he?
Well, that just makes them look super weak. But if he would have lost to a roll up in the first one or something, then
have this.
That would have been good. But
they even mentioned how he's undefeated, which means they're going to make it a thing for a while. Which means that the feud with Gulak is probably over, or Gulak's just going to keep taking the pin or keep losing.
Yeah, I don't know.
In the middle of the match, Ronaldo says, "Proving to be a deleterious armbar." So I looked it up.
Okay.
Because what? Why? So
Right.
he's got his thesaurus? I've got my handy dandy thesaurus.
Yeah.
Why say a word like that no one's ever heard of?
Right.
Deleterious.
That's what he wants everyone to think he's super smart.
Proving to be a deleterious armbar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay, he probably went to broadcasting school. The first thing they tell you is to talk like every guy.
Right.
Like you talk like
It's
every
a sporting
normal
event.
person.
Right.
You know, like you're not supposed to
I mean,
say
I have
words.
a college degree. You have a college degree.
Yeah.
We took the SAT. We studied. I never heard of this word.
No.
Deleterious.
No, that's like a word that you would, throw out in a spelling bee
Right.
to trick the kid.
Can I have the origin? And it means just harmful, It just means it hurt. A deleterious, a hurtful armbar. Oh, God. Proving to be harmful?
Ronaldo is changing the game.
Oh, it's just stupid. He'll be gone soon.
I heard he just re-signed.
Really?
Like a month ago, there was that report that he re-signed. Yeah.
That's stupid.
So good luck with that. There was a cool spot when they were both on the apron and Kushida Hurricane Rana Gulak
Yes.
into the ring.
Sure.
That was like the one cool thing he did.
Right.
In the end, he made Gulak tap to the hoverboard lock,
Right.
which every time you hear that, you're just like, oh, God.
Cringe.
And it's just a regular Kimura lock,
Right.
which is what Lesnar used to do.
Kimura lock. There's a word for it.
Yeah. Unless you like Back to the Future.
Like if he power bombs him, is he going to be like, he hit them with the DeLorean launcher?
Yeah. No, yes.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the moves. But yeah, Kushida's had 3 matches on NXT TV, and I'm still not impressed.
No.
There's nothing. I don't know what the big deal is. Why did Triple H call this guy like, one of the biggest signings in NXT history? Like, that went along with like Nakamura. He did that. Bobby Roode, Finn Balor.
Nakamura was well known.
Yeah.
You saw videos of him online.
Right.
You know what I mean? Adam Cole, Finn Balor, Samoa Joe,
But
obviously.
they lived up to the hype.
Sure.
And he gets the same treatment, and it's just like, no, what are you talking about?
Right.
Is this just because, like, this is the best they can get right now, so he has to pretend like it's huge?
Maybe.
That has to be it. So after the match, they shake hands. Yeah. Gulak is just the nicest bad guy.
He really is. So respectful.
He's like, son of a bitch, I fuck. All right, and he shakes his hand.
But he's like, don't listen to them.
Yeah.
Don't listen to them.
Right.
Shake hands.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not what they wanted.
Yeah, it's strange. It's strange. So next up we go earlier today outside the Performance Center, where Vanessa Bourne and Aaliyah are excited because they're finally going home. I guess they're heels because they don't like training. I mean, they're in fantastic shape. If you don't like training, you're not going to look like that.
This was.
I mean, Aaliyah doesn't even eat. That's how much she cares.
I was like, bring back Shayna Baszler's promos. If you're gonna do this.
Oh my God.
Like Aaliyah, when Bourne said something, Aaliyah was like,
oh my God. Well, Vanessa tells
shaking
Aaliyah,
her head back and forth.
Mia Yim thinks she's next in line for a title shot. Yeah, and then that's when Aaliyah does the what? Who? Huh? What? Who? Where am I?
Yeah.
Who am I?
And then she was like what? Who? Like, huh? Huh?
Yeah, and so they make fun of Mia Yim, and Aaliyah says she can't read or write. Like, wow, that's hilarious.
No, that was a confession. She wasn't making fun of Mia.
No?
That was a confession.
That was a confession from Aaliyah?
Yeah.
Oh.
She can't read or write.
So it was funny because before they revealed what Vanessa was holding, you could see like she's holding a dummies book. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, is this going to be like a wrestling for dummies or something? So she says she got Mia some books. First, we have the fashion book because she doesn't look like a champion. Second, an English book because she doesn't speak proper English. And then lastly, grammar for dummies because of her spelling on Twitter.
Yeah.
Burn.
Yay, the women's division have gotten so big they have a mid card. Although this was the Sunday Night Heat card. This was the low card.
Yeah. This is why Baszler's still the champ.
Right. Because their women's division has gone to shit.
It really has. Like, seriously, you got to bring Tyler Breeze back.
Right.
If you bring Asuka back, she could dethrone Baszler.
Right.
And you know what I mean? Like, the NXT women's division would be hot again.
Like, easily.
Yeah.
Barely an inconvenience.
Barely. I mean, really, they're not using so many women on the main roster. You could bring, like, at least 5 of them back.
Yeah.
Like Ember Moon, Liv Morgan, Asuka.
Oh, my God.
Kairi Sane, even though she just got there. But we saw her twice, and that's it.
That's it.
Paige said,
Goodbye,
this was like,
Kabuki.
I think 3 weeks ago, Paige was like, the Kabuki Warriors. Okay, we're gone now. We're going to leave now. You'll never see us again.
We're going into training, 6-month training.
Wait a minute.
At me mom's and pop's
these two girls
training
have been,
facility.
These two girls have been wrestling for 10 years.
Right.
Why is Dana Brooke on the show?
Asuka was at a WrestleMania last year.
Yeah. What is going on? So next up, they say that in 2 weeks, Shayna Baszler will defend the NXT Women's Championship against Io Shirai inside a steel cage.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
So that should be good.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So that's been recorded somewhere, huh?
Oh, everything's been recorded.
Sure.
The only thing to record is Takeover Toronto, like August 20-something. It's crazy. And then they say next week Adam Cole will be on NXT with his brand new championship.
Is that takeover around SummerSlam?
Yeah.
Same weekend? Yeah.
The night before
Right.
SummerSlam,
Right.
which is always around my birthday. Mm-hmm. So it's always like a birthday party / SummerSlam viewing thing.
PARTY? Because I gotta.
Yes. And we get to torture my best friends who don't watch wrestling.
Sure.
Force them to watch wrestling.
Yep.
And they even admit, like, yeah, even though I'm not a wrestling fan, this takeover show's, pretty good.
Right.
But I don't know about this SummerSlam bullshit.
Yeah. They go, oh, God, wrestling's really gone down the tubes. And we're like, we know. We do a whole podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
We have over 500 people that pay us to watch
Right.
it and listen
Yes.
to the bonus content.
Yes. Yeah. So for the main event, we have Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch versus Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong. Mm-hmm. Bobby Fish came out with his friends, but he had his arm in a sling, which he also had after TakeOver.
Right.
But he wrestled at TakeOver.
Right.
So I guess it was precautionary, or I don't know.
It must be something.
I guess he was a little
'cause
banged
you'd
up.
rather have them fight here.
But he was still able to wrestle at TakeOver.
Right.
So Jason Riker came out and beat up a few security guys.
He's a big dude.
He is a big dude.
I like how he looks.
Sure.
His look is cool. He looks mean, big old beard.
Yeah.
I think he could be somebody someday if they fix him. Or just don't
Maybe.
let him talk. He
I mean,
sucks at
the
talking.
Forgotten Sons are so fucking boring.
I know.
They're so boring. So this distracted Strong and O'Reilly, and Burch rolled up O'Reilly for the win. And then, did you see who was yelling at Riker at the end of the show?
I thought it was O'Reilly.
No, like one of the trainers. It was the what are you doing?
It was?
It
Oh,
was
yeah,
him.
yeah. I was going to say that. That's right. That's right.
Because you saw
Yeah.
the blonde hair.
The Regal clone.
And he's the Regal clone. He's like, hey, Riker, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Get out of here. What are you doing?
Bianca, wait, though.
Yeah. And that's how the show ended.
Yeah.
What was the Ronaldo clip?
Oh, play it. You have it?
Yeah.
You want me to play it?
What is this?
It was when it was the Okita Gulak match, right?
Okay.
No.
Kushida?
No, it was Kushida. No, it was during the Strong match. Just play it. It's self-explanatory.
All right.
The Messiah of the Backbreaker, a chiropractor's dream, Roderick Strong, beating down Oney Lorcan.
Like he's about to say, like if there's an old joke, like she's a carpenter's dream,
Yeah.
flat as a board and easy to screw, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like he's a chiropractor's dream, and he hits him, like he just kind of moves on. Like, what was the joke?
What the fuck?
What was the joke? You can't just say he's a chiropractor's dream. You have to finish the punchline.
Yeah.
Ronaldo was just off. The guy was just off.
Right.
He just, I don't know. Vince must think he's got good shit. That's
know.
good shit.
Well, I think the reason they originally signed him is because it was like, oh, look, he's a boxing commentator. That'll make SmackDown feel more real. But really,
that's where he started, right?
Yeah.
And he got demoted to NXT.
Yeah.
It's like, get out of here. And Triple H's like, I'll take him, I guess.
JBL's a bully.
Right. Jesus.
So yeah, that was the NXT episode.
Yeah.
At a house show.
Yep.
That wasn't like everything they did there. Like that was just the 3 matches they filmed. Like the main event was Velveteen Dream versus Matt Riddle, and I think he said Adam Cole for the North American Championship. I think so. I think it was those 3.
Wow.
Maybe I'm missing one. Yeah, but obviously Dream retained there. So, what was your worst dressed?
Mine was that new announcer. Was it Alicia Young?
I don't know her name.
She looked like Donna Summer from the 70s.
She dresses the same at every event. She wears that weird dress everywhere. What are you?
Sparkly. She looks like she's in like a 70s porn.
Yeah, like what are you, a cartoon character?
Right.
Why does she wear the
hair.
same dress everywhere she goes?
Yeah.
I don't understand that. That's weird.
Yep.
I had Kushida. I'll have Kushida every fucking time he's on the show.
Kona Reeves or Kushida.
Yeah. Oh man, that's a tough one. If they're both on the show,
you're gonna have to decide.
Wow. Maybe I could merge them together.
Sure.
Reeves.
Yeah.
Kushida Reeves.
Kushida Reeves.
Best dressed?
I had Gulak with his like Rocky USA robe and shorts.
Right. All right. So you had a man in a Speedo. Mark it down.
Write it down.
Mark it.
Andrew.
Count it. I had Io Shirai. She's hot.
Sure.
Worst moment? Sure. Gulak was hotter.
What's that? Yeah.
You're like, Gulak was hotter, I think. Yeah.
I mean, he just was. Or Riker. Vanessa and Aaliyah's promo.
Oh, God, yeah.
Worst moment.
Yeah. Best,
That's all I heard.
best moment?
Nothing like truly stood out for like a great moment on the show, except some of the moves and stuff that the Undisputed Era were doing. Again, Orkin and Birch can like wrestle.
Yeah.
Or Lorcan. So maybe some of the moves they were doing. What did you have? I don't know.
I had Shirai doing Shayna's move.
Sure. Yeah, that was good.
And then we didn't have to hear Cole scream, But Shayna does that. Yeah. So yeah, there you go. All right, on to NXT news and rumors.
Yeah.
So apparently Bobby Fish is doing okay now. Like he's gonna be fine. But Kyle O'Reilly is taking some house shows off because he's dealing with a back injury.
Chiropractor's dream.
It's a chiropractor's dream and a nightmare, maybe. I don't know. But he's supposed to be all right, by the time TakeOver Toronto comes around. According to Dave Meltzer, multiple NXT stars want to leave for AEW. And he says Stephanie McMahon put on a presentation for the NXT talent to try to convince them to re-sign once their contracts are up.
Like a presentation.
Look how great WWE is. Like, look at our social media. If you leave here, you're going to be fucked. We're going to fuck you. We're going to kill you.
That's probably the presentation.
Yeah.
If you leave, you'll never come back.
Yeah.
Well, here's a list of 100 people that came back.
Yeah.
Well, if you're good, we'll get you coming
Well,
back.
I'll just text your dad because he'll let anyone come back.
A presentation. Well, whose contracts are coming up in NXT that they're not going to offer a WWE contract to that they care about?
Right. I don't know. Yeah.
Maybe Strong. He's been there forever.
Roderick Strong?
Yeah.
Sure.
Years. So.
Yeah. 3-year. Originally, they were doing 3-year deals. Now they're saying the new guys are getting 5 years. So Roderick Strong's probably coming up on 3 years. Unless he re-signs. We don't know.
But they can fire them anytime, too, right?
Yeah.
Without pay. So why not make them sign 10-year deals?
I guess it depends on the contract.
Yeah, I guess.
But they're not going to fire anyone. Even the people that they think suck. Like, they just want to get as much talent as possible so that AEW can't have much.
That's retarded.
Which is retarded.
Well, there's nothing like just like Dean Ambrose, John Moxley. There's nothing they can do if they just play out their deal.
Yeah.
And they don't re-sign.
Right.
And Stephanie's not doing presentations if there's not some big names coming up for renewal.
Right.
That are like, oh, no, not signing.
Yeah.
Am I giving on the main roster? That's the only way I'll sign. So we might see like an influx of, like what Triple H did that year. All right, today we're going to see Matt Riddle.
Yeah.
We're going to see Velveteen Dream.
Right.
Roderick Strong. And they come out and wave. Okay. Get the fuck out of here, guys. Get the fuck out of here. I swear to God. You're under contract now, but if I ever see your fucking face until 2020, I'll kill you. All right. Now on to some great match. Baron Corbin, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God.
Teams up with Elias.
Bobby Lashley.
And Bobby Lashley versus
Seriously.
Braun Strowman and Finn
just-
Balor.
It's so true.
Yeah.
You have
Because we haven't shown you this in 6
You
days.
have talent that could actually bring in ratings. And Baron Corbin is on TV every week and has multiple segments. And so does Bobby Lashley. They're just so fucking... Corbin's...
Hey, Andrew. What'd you do when Shinsuke Nakamura debuted on WWE TV?
Jizzed in my pants.
What'd you do when Bobby Roode came out on Raw?
Came.
What'd you do when Samoa Joe arrived and took out Seth Rollins?
Finished.
I'm just saying, like...
What did you do when Baron Corbin debuted?
When was that again?
I don't know. When he won the Andre Battle Royal.
Jesus.
You said, who's this schmuck?
Oh, who?
What'd you do when Bobby Lashley returned? You're like, oh, okay.
No, I literally was like, I was pissed. I was like, why? Who asked for this?
Go back and watch that. He had no reaction.
Who asked
He's back!
for this?
And crickets! Crickets! And Vince heard those crickets and he said, put him on every week. Give him the IC title.
Yeah.
Crickets!
He had no heat. He has no juice.
Nothing.
Even if Baron Corbin left for 3 years and came back, he'd be like, all right, yeah, he was a bad guy. Okay, boo. We do something. Lashley got
Like,
nothing.
Corbin's at least good enough to, like, have a match. Like, Bobby Lashley's just the fucking worst.
Yeah.
Corbin's at least good. He got good in the ring, but again, he's still boring as fuck. But he should not be the top heel on the show.
Wow, Andrew, this guy looks like a Greek god and a good-looking guy, big dude. What's wrong with him? He can't wrestle. Oh. Mic skills? None.
No.
No, I mean like 0 to like 1 to 10. No, NA. Not applicable.
Actually, here, listen to
can't
this.
talk.
Listen to this. Finn, you don't deserve to be the ring with me.
Did the hop the ring.
No, in fact, we have to get a guy from
Aye.
NXT to talk for him.
I.
In fact, he's so bad. Vince, who hates managers now for some reason, is going to give Bobby Lashley a manager, even though he hates managers. So,
Let Leo Rush be like, I don't know, like a Heenan now.
Leo Rush is probably going to be sitting at home until his contract's up.
Yeah, true.
So, yeah, it's unbelievable. So, Seth Rollins was interviewed by a Middle Eastern publication called The National, and he was asked about future matches with NXT stars. And Rollins said, Adam Cole is someone I have never been in the ring with. Gargano would almost be an AJ Styles situation again. We wrestled a decade ago and haven't touched each other since. You have got Velveteen Dream, who is always intriguing, and Matt Riddle would also be an intriguing matchup, or an old foe like Roderick Strong or Cassius Ohno.
They were old foes of his?
Yeah, I think in Ring of Honor, Roderick Strong and Ohno. He says there's a ton of talent down in NXT just waiting to strike, so there's tons of matchups that I would be looking forward to if the opportunity came about.
I wonder, back in the days where people were jumping ship. I mean, big names jumped to WCW.
Yeah.
Hall and Nash, Hogan, Bret Hart, right?
Yeah.
Some of the biggest names
Right.
in wrestling. Shawn never jumped.
No.
Shawn said, Vince, I'm with you through and through, even when they were almost done, right?
Yeah.
Are there any guys that are all in with WWE that have been there, that are part of the new era? You know what I mean?
Like Rollins?
Like Rollins. Like, I wonder if Rollins, I'm like a 7 out of 10. I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, that's my liking for WWE.
Well, he's
My
the champ.
chance to stay
He's the
is
main
like a 7
champ.
out of 10.
He's the main champ.
Sure.
He as far as full-time guys go, he probably makes the most money, like next to
Yeah.
Roman, like after Roman.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which makes him probably like 6th on the list.
Right.
Because there's, 4 part-time guys that make more.
Yeah, Lesnar, Triple H,
Cena.
Cena makes more.
And The Undertaker.
Undertaker. We haven't seen Cena makes more.
Makes more. Seriously. Like Cena wrestles two
Vince-
matches and he gets $10 million.
Vince is like, look at it again. And Laura's like, I've read it 10 times. And what do you mean it says he doesn't have to wrestle and we still have to pay him? How did that get in here?
You think they just keep him under contract?
You're fired. I didn't write this one, Vince. I don't care. You're still fired.
They probably pay him just so that he can go to AEW and have a match.
He's got to be a Shawn Michaels guy.
If you're John Cena and you don't have a contract with WWE, you don't do one AEW match? Yeah, you would. Yeah, you would.
I think he's a company guy. No, would you is different. Do I think he is going to do, would he do something like, do I think he would?
I don't think he is going to, because I think they're just going to pay him to stay away from AEW.
Dude, he can just say, okay, when my contract runs out, I'm done. Thank you.
I know, but then they're like, well, how about we just pay you and you don't have to do anything? What was this? 10 million? Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
all right,
that'll
cool.
do it.
That'll do it. I'll stay away.
I don't know if you guys can afford the amount of money. That's the number. Yeah, that's
wow. It. That's like a movie contract.
That's to do what? Absolutely nothing. Okay.
You're gonna pay me to go make movies in Hollywood?
They're gonna have famous stay away contracts.
Yeah,
just to stay away from AEW.
Yeah.
So I can't wrestle at Ring of Honor. I can't wrestle at TNA. Oh no, those are fine. You just can't go to AEW. TNA, go knock your heart out. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know why you would do that. But
this contract just says I have to stay away, but just show up at WrestleMania every year and rap and beat up Elias. Okay, I've done that 2 years in a row now.
That's right. He did beat up Elias 2 years in a row.
Just beat him up every year. As long as he comes out as Thugonomics Cena and raps about someone.
Just be him all the time.
Yeah.
Just without the 20-minute homage to Babe Ruth.
He's the Babe Ruth of wrestling.
There's no way that aired at home. That must have like they must have gotten like some cool montage, like a Cena montage, or like Ric Flair did something, or Hogan. No, it was just they got the whole thing.
They got the whole thing. How much did they pay for that? That's the thing. That's like, owned by the MLB. How much did they have to pay for that shit?
I don't know if the MLB owns every piece of footage from like Babe Ruth. Back then,
okay, well, WWE doesn't, so they had to pay someone.
There might be some royalty-free Babe Ruth footage.
No way.
No one had. I don't
they
think
even aired. No, they even aired the audio, like Babe Ruth calling his shot. They like aired all the famous. Someone owns that.
Probably. I guess it wasn't that much. Vince is cheap. What's he gonna do? Although for WrestleMania,
for John
spare
Cena,
no expense.
For John Cena, we're getting Saudi money next month. It's fine.
That's right. They've already paid us to play this.
Yeah.
Royalty-free Babe Ruth video. I'd be interested to know. Because I'm telling you, I've heard some
video, but not that audio isn't. Someone owns that audio. The calling is shot. That only happened once, and like I don't know.
We have no idea if that was not just Mauro Ranallo in a studio with like some old like. Do your best Mauro Ranallo impression of.
Oh my God, Babe Ruth is calling his shot.
Sure. I don't know the fucking real line.
Yeah.
I'm sure I heard it a million times, but I couldn't like tell you if that was it or not. Seriously.
Yeah.
Maybe that wasn't it.
There's also there's also no guarantee that Babe Ruth ever did that, right? Like there's stories that people are saying like people just made that up. Like he never actually pointed to the, like he was going to hit a home run.
He didn't point with his finger. Like he kind of just held his bat up, and he doesn't usually do that. But he could have just been like, just kind of stretching.
Maybe that's
Did
where
he just call a shot?
Maybe that's where they got the whole like point to the WrestleMania sign. Like right there.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going.
I'm calling it now. WrestleMania.
I just won this Royal Rumble, which means I'm going to WrestleMania. What about the other 100 people that did win the Royal Rumble? They're going to WrestleMania too.
They're also going. Come on out, guys. Point to the sign with me.
But I'm going first.
I just eliminated Andrew to win the Royal Rumble. Come on, point.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, you have a better chance to fight for the title than I do, statistically speaking.
Actually, you're suspended. Yeah, that's what you get for winning the Royal Rumble. You're suspended.
Wasn't it like 2 years in a row?
No.
The runner-up?
Like 5 years. Oh, the runner-up.
The runner-up fought for the title.
Well, because it was Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns has been the runner-up every fucking year.
Yeah.
And he always fights for the title.
I think then 1 year, the runner-up, it wasn't just him. It was a couple other people. Like the runner-up fought for the title before, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Royal Rumble winner.
Well, and there was also like 4 out of the last 5 years, the winner of the Royal Rumble had to fight their way back into the WrestleMania match that they already won.
They're stupid.
Yeah.
that's it.
Roman Reigns had to do it. Randy Orton had to fight his. Yeah, I mean, it's fucking retarded.
At least Randy literally gave it up at one point.
Right.
I relinquished my right.
Which that should have been it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, go fuck yourself.
I take it back.
Yeah. All right, great.
Fight styles.
Yeah. All right, let me pull up some fan questions here. All right, Joe, what did you bet, and what was your answer?
My bet was Texas
With
money.
a dollar sign in front of it.
Texas dollar sign.
And you wagered Texas with a dollar sign in front of it.
Yeah.
Simply speechless.
Yeah.
All right. This one is from Mitch Starr, Pushfire Barry, bringing to NXT. This is from NXT UK, so you're bringing these people from NXT UK to NXT. Rhea Ripley, Toni Storm, and Tyler Bate.
What? Okay.
We're
What's the question?
Pushfire Barry, bringing them to NXT. I would bring Rhea Ripley.
I'd push Toni Storm.
Okay.
I'd bury Rhea Ripley and I'd fire Tyler Bate. I mean, yeah. Not
Mustache
impressed.
Mountain.
Not impressed.
He's good.
He's fine.
He just looks like a little boy. That's his problem.
Right.
That's why he grows a mustache.
A little naked
Kushida. Kushida needs to grow some facial hair, but who knows if he can.
Can't.
Confirmed. Travis Ulrich, are you guys going to be in Toronto for TakeOver / SummerSlam? If you are, I'll take you out for some pizza.
No, I've never been to Toronto.
I would love to go.
Heard it's lovely.
I would love to go.
Heard you need to go there single.
Why is that?
Apparently, it's like L.A.
Yeah?
Like every woman walking around is like a 10. I've heard this.
Why don't we rethink this then?
What should we?
What are you doing in August? It's my birthday.
Hey, I'm a hell of a wingman.
Yeah, I want to go to Toronto. It's a shame. I don't know if it's going to work.
Does our
out
flight
this year.
status work to Canada? Probably. Right?
It must.
It must.
Yeah.
It must.
Fuck it. We'll just drive. Who cares? We'll fly to
Drive to Toronto?
No. We'll fly. We'll fly to one of the northern states and then just
Cross
Uber.
the border. Uber across
Canada.
Yeah. Uber to the bar 1 mile is $11. Uber half a mile across the border $72.50. All right, let's go.
Let's get in the car. Tobin, since Alexa Bliss has been flipping back and forth from heel to face, does that make her transfacial?
I don't think she's really been flipping. I think she's playing with Nikki's emotions.
She's like Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
You know, like even when she's face, she's not really face. She's just pretending to be.
Right.
Joey Montez, future episode of the podcast, something WCW, like a pay-per-view or something. Like maybe we recap a WCW pay-per-view.
There's been some really, really bad ones. Really bad ones.
Yeah.
And some really good ones. We could do like a War Games.
Yeah.
We could do like a really bad one. Oh, man.
I mean, geez. I
Did
imagine...
you watch the history of the Wolfpack yet?
No.
Oh, my God.
Where is that on? Is that on the
YouTube.
network?
No, it's just
YouTube. Okay.
The history. No, some random, I think a fan made it.
Yeah.
But it's so good. Leading up to, it takes you from the split all the way through to the Poke of Doom.
Right.
Or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
The finger poke of doom.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. Because none of it makes any sense. And again, they make fun of that they thought they were gangster rappers. And you're like, wait, what? God. And how Sting joined. He was so against NWO.
Right.
He joined. And then all you had was NWO versus NWO.
Fucking stupid.
You had to join NWO.
It's so dumb.
Yeah.
It's like it's like that video I told you about, all the title changes in WCW from like 98 to 2001.
Right.
And half the time the title just goes vacant. And then Vince Russo cuts a promo.
I can't believe that.
And you're like, good God, man. You fucking suck.
Yeah.
Matt Hansen, would Vince ever fire Triple H for not allowing an NXT star to be called up? I don't think Triple H get fired because it's not like Triple H can stop it. If Vince wants an NXT star to be called up, it's not like Triple H can prevent that from happening. If Vince wants it, he's just like, no, bring him up.
Fire Triple H?
Yeah.
I mean, he's the son-in-law. He's the future of the business.
Right.
I mean...
But what I'm saying is like Triple H couldn't prevent.
He'll go make AEW amazing if they fired him.
Right. But what I'm saying is like Vince... Triple H couldn't stop an NXT star.
I don't think Triple H has any power, like over Vince.
I'm sure he tries to be like, "Hey, come on, Dad, please."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Shut the fuck up."
Yeah.
Bring him to me now.
You think you know better than me? Yeah.
I think what happens is like now, like every once in a while, Vince will ask Triple H, like, so who's good at NXT? Who do you think's ready to be called up? And he's like, there's a guy, Kona Reeves. He's pretty good. Kona Reeves. Keith Lee. Yeah, Keith Lee. Who else? Who else we got over here? Hey, what's your name? Billy. Yeah, this guy named Billy. He's really good. He hasn't even been on NXT TV yet.
He's like, yeah, Billy's pretty good. Adam Cole. We also have Cassius Ohno. Cassius. Yep, right there. He's awesome. We love him.
Aaliyah. Aaliyah's really the future of the women's division.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have Roderick Strong. I believe, who are those girls' names right there? You two. Who are you? We are the maids. Say your names! What is the, Vince like, okay, what is the undisputed error? He's like, yeah, it's a fucking error.
It's a jobber.
ERROR, Vince.
Yeah,
it's our biggest failure.
It's a jobber stable. Well, I hate stables, so good. Yeah. Leave them there.
Yeah, you got it, buddy.
Casey Bailey, who is more likely to return to NXT, Shinsuke or EC3?
EC3.
Yeah?
He's doing nothing. Why wouldn't you? He's another guy that like makes sense.
At least he's been on TV chasing after the title. Nakamura has not been seen.
You mean EC3's been Banyane?
Yeah. Nakamura, we saw him at Super Showdown, and then before that,
get eliminated.
By Sin Cara.
Sin Cara.
We haven't seen him since or before, like a month before that.
Where's Rusev?
Where's Rusev? Shinsuke should go back to NXT for sure. EC3 should be.
The question is, who's most likely? Right. Who should? Sure, Shinsuke would be great.
Yeah, I would think Shinsuke just fucking leaves. I think they both bail.
They both would be great.
I think they both bail. But like Shinsuke's contract's probably coming up. Yeah.
Does Vince have an option to re-up at the same price on everyone's contract?
Not automatically.
I bet.
No, not automatically. No.
Maybe not.
No, otherwise Ambrose would have been fucked.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
Shinsuke, they should both go back. Shinsuke could go back and be a top guy there. EC3 should be the fifth man of the Undisputed Era.
Oh my God.
Like the final guy.
How dare you?
I've said this before. We said this when they were feuding. I was like, why are they feuding with him? He looks like he belongs with them. He's like the douchiest one of all of them.
Douchey tendencies.
Like he looks just like them. He should be with them. Like if the Undisputed Era got one more member, it should be him.
And he's the perfect guy to join, and then they beat his ass 3 months later. Just for no reason. Like they did with The Rock.
Because he's a schmuck.
Yeah.
Gabriel Ballin, if all the WWE 24/7 title shenanigans happened during the Attitude Era, which of these alternatives would you push, fire, and bury? Like, I don't think he means, like, if the Attitude Era was now, I guess, because he's using current superstars.
Got it.
All right, so Jinder Mahal gets arrested for trespassing on the golf course before ever attacking R-Truth. Carmella has sex with whomever is the champion and then pins him while he is asleep to win the title.
Push that.
How about she rides him cowgirl and pins him to win the title?
While he's inside.
Yeah, like 1, 2, it feels so good, I don't want to stop, 3,
and then he came. So he left going, I win that.
And then some reporter
you think I lost the title? I won in life. I fucked Carmella.
So he comes and he's laying on his back. Some reporter's like, Miz, you just lost the 24/7 title. How do you feel? He's like, what title? I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know what? She can keep it. If that's all she gets, that's perfect.
I came inside Carmella.
Right.
With no condom.
All I could say is she better not be the champion in a few months. Oh!
She let me put it in a lot of different places. In an order that would surprise you.
Ass mouth fetch.
Ass mouth fetch.
So we're definitely pushing that one. And then R-Truth dies inside the production crate, and that's how they future endeavor him.
Oh, God. I'll bury that and then fire the first one.
Okay. All right. Well, I think Truth is still in that crate, by the way.
He's dead. They're going to open the crate on Smack or on Raw, and he'll be in it. With no food. They better explain it if they do that.
No, it's going to be like, oh, my God, I was in here.
If they're like crowbar, open... Oh my God! And he jumps out with the same energy he had the minute he got in it. Just runs.
He recorded a video and posted on Twitter of him inside the crate. He's like, someone help me.
Did he really?
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Of course, he can't call I don't know, Vince or Triple H or one of the 1,000 wrestlers currently on the roster to open the crate.
It's too bad all those guys are idiots.
What's that number you can call if you're really in trouble? Oh, yeah, 911.
I think they have a Twitter now, too. You can just tweet them. DM 911.
Yeah.
DM them. Marcus Muniz, how would you book Kushida for an NXT title shot? I wouldn't. All right, Allison Trimmer. I mean, really, I'm sorry, Marcos. I don't know how I would book that.
Yeah, why? Give him some heat first or something. Some juice, anything.
You need some juice.
Yeah.
Like steroid juice.
Right.
Allison Trimmer, when are you guys going to make the Cassius Ohno theme a sound clip for future podcasts? What are you talking about?
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
I have used it in the past. Like, I remember there was, like, one time I was like, so Roman Reigns comes out and he talks on the mic.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh no!
I don't know. The audio clips are more of a main podcast thing.
Yeah.
The soundboard, I should say.
Right. Prime time. Andrew, do you have an FU message to those trying to spoil NXT tapings? Yeah. FU. That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah.
Jack Goodwin last week, Vince had control of NXT and Roman ran riot. This week, Bischoff is in charge. How do you see it going? Remember last week, they asked us about Vince running NXT, and I think Roman became the champ.
Yeah.
I think the Undisputed Era gains like 20 members.
Yep.
And then they split. They split into two groups.
Yeah. He takes the NXT championship away from Adam Cole and gives it to Triple H.
Yeah.
But he's like 90s Triple H.
Right.
Even though he looks like now Triple H.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's split up into two factions. One is, the Undisputed Era.
Right.
And the other one is a group called the Babies.
Yeah.
And
then a third
and
one
they came out to the rap song Undisputed Era.
Yeah.
That the guy rapped.
Yep.
That takeover.
And then there's the Disputed Era. And like where people are like, are you really an era? Like, maybe. We're not sure.
And then
It's very much disputed.
and then they just beat up Lorcan and Birch every week.
That's it. That's it.
all they do.
That's perfect.
And no one gets over.
Right.
Big Siri, do you think the recent talents are happy they're going down to NXT? Also, why is the Viking experience not getting a push? I don't know much about them, but they seem too legit to quit.
Are they excited? I think.
Yeah,
How
I
would
think
they not
Tyler
be?
Breeze would rather make this. I mean, because it's not like when Tyler Breeze goes down NXT, it's not like they're like, well, now you're in NXT, let's take that main roster money away. Like, they can't do
Yeah,
that.
they're under contract, right?
Yeah. So
I
I
wasn't
think
sure he
he's
was making that much money.
No, but,
he's
you
probably
know.
one of those 400,000 people, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
still pretty good money.
Sure.
But like, I mean, yeah, I'm sure he's way happier in NXT.
Yeah.
He just had a great match with Velveteen Dream at TakeOver,
Right.
proving that he could wrestle.
And for those of you that didn't see him in NXT, me included,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, Breeze is really good.
Whoa, this guy can wrestle?
He's good. And he has a gimmick. And he has, like, he's over in the crowd in NXT.
He was on the main roster.
Prince Pretty.
He was on Raw and SmackDown for like 3 years.
Yeah.
And then like one match in NXT, we're like, oh, he can actually wrestle.
Didn't he pin Ziggler in his first match or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then it was all downhill from there.
And then Ambrose beat him like the following week, and then that was it.
That was it. That was his push.
That was his push.
That was his push.
And the Viking experience.
Who knows?
Viking Raiders,
How the fuck did you bring them up?
War Raiders, War Machine.
Here are the titles. We have something better to do.
Like
what's
what?
that? Vacation.
Yeah.
Go on vacation. Yeah. So
Well, the main roster has catering. There's a lot of good food there.
yeah, and we're Vikings.
Eat for free.
We're the Viking Warriors.
Maybe that's what they did.
Experience.
They probably ate everything.
Kabuki.
They probably ate everything, and then that's why they're never seen again.
Yeah.
I just don't get the point. Like, you can make the revival... Like, okay, fine. The revival of the Raw Tag Champs. Bring the Viking Raiders to SmackDown and make them the Tag Champs. You know? Because what the fuck?
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan, Eric Rowan, what is that anyway?
What is any of the tag teams? The tag team division is a joke right now.
It's a total joke.
A joke.
Yeah.
So
Oh, and then on Raw, they've been teasing already that Daniel Bryan is going to be... Daniel Bryan's going to be on Raw. We don't know why. Corbin's going to announce the special referee.
that hasn't been announced.
No.
Heyman hinted it was going to be Lesnar.
The special referee?
Yeah.
Heyman hinted that?
He did when he was talking. He said maybe he'll be the special referee.
That's no fucking way.
I guess they wouldn't have spoiled it if that was going to happen.
And then he just cashes in, like, during the match.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Like, Lesnar's the referee and he's just holding the briefcase the whole time.
Right.
While he's reffing.
Oh, yeah. Not giving a shit.
That would be so fucking great.
Letting Baron getting away with everything.
That would be so great.
Yeah.
There's no way he cashes in at,
successfully as a ref, because that's too easy.
Well, I'm saying there's no way he cashes in at Stomping Grounds because no one's watching that anyway. They showed like
that's where you're the special guest referee for that one.
Yeah,
for Stomping Grounds, and it's the Rollins versus Corbin match.
Yeah.
And why did he get to pick it again?
They don't say.
Yeah,
but people have like shown there's so many tickets available for Stomping Grounds. It's insane. Like it's going to be empty there. They're going to have to give out free tickets just to random people walking around.
Why do you say that? Where is it?
I don't know where it is, but you could look it up, and there's so many seats available. It's insane.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because why would anyone want to watch that shit? Oh, no. Maybe Vince will like pay Lesnar to go to that pay-per-view just to try to help buy rates or something.
But then they have to tell people he's coming.
Yeah, well, they could also just lie because they've done that before.
Sure.
Lesnar's gonna be here. Lie. Lesnar's gonna cash in. Lie.
Card subject to change.
No. This time Lesnar's gonna cash in. Lie.
Lie. Right.
That's all they do.
Yeah.
It's awful. Yeah. So that is NXT for the week.
Yeah.
It's going to be an interesting next couple of months for the build-up for Toronto.
Yep.
Joe and I, unfortunately, had some spoilers, and it looks like it's going to be a good show because there's some twists and turns coming on NXT.
Some returns,
some heel turns.
Yeah, right.
It should be really good.
Yeah.
It should be good.
Yep.
We'll wait for that. And just want to give a quick mention to our buddy Josh Reese. I don't want to go into specifics because I didn't clear it with him or anything. Like, he's kind of a private person, but he lost someone really special to him. So he's going through some tough times right now. So if you guys want, just give him some love on Twitter at Mr. Joshua, because he's a really good guy. And what happens, unfortunate, it's stuff we all will go through in life at some point.
He can use a little pick-me-up. So
yeah, he good.
Please.
So at Mr. Joshua, send the guy some love.
Our thoughts and prayers are definitely with his family.
Yep.
So.
Yep. And we'll see you guys next week.
Boom.
Like Stone Cold Steve Austin, it kinda looks like Kevin Owens. Dean Ambrose is in his daydreams, and Charlotte is in his sex dream. What's wrong with wrestling? What's wrong with wrestling? So much wrong with wrestling, oh no. Obnoxious, crazy, loud, egocentric, no doubt that's Joe. Self-proclaimed strongest and best-looking man in the world. Loves wrestling, but only part-time. Strong, big players, pretty sublime, yeah. What's wrong with wrestling? What's wrong with wrestling? So much wrong with wrestling, oh no. Every served most loved, and he can't really hold in his piss. He made hashtag push Eric Gallo push him off a cliff. He doesn't think Stacy Keibler is that high, and we almost forgot Josh. He's just a troll. What's wrong with wrestling? What's wrong with wrestling? So much wrong with wrestling, oh no. What's wrong with wrestling? What's wrong with wrestling? So much wrong with wrestling, oh no. Always kill
Lashley.